Hello friends, it's Lee, and today's video we're going to be doing the new Doll 10 foundation in the compact, the new Doll 10 and the concealer. Those are the two new products that I am trying. This is the foundation in the compact, the Doll 10 new one, and the concealer. I have it on my face, so if you'd like to watch and see how I applied this and get my feedback on how it wears, you keep it right there on Beauty Over 70 with Lee. Good morning friends, it's Lee and welcome. Today's video is going to be, I'm going to be doing a Doll 10 foundation and the concealer. Those are the only two products that I have in the Doll 10 that I ordered. And the rest of the products are just going to be Posh. I have done my brows and I have done something to my eyes. Show you what we're going to be using. Welcome to the channel today. If you're new, I'm Lee. It's my first experience using the Doll 10, so we're going to try this together. I ordered the Doll 10, the new foundation in the compact. Now this has Peptide Bounce Balm. And this foundation isn't a compact, and I'll show you in a minute. It's supposed to be for normal, oily, combination, dry, and sensitive. Well, in my world, that covers all skin types, right? So let's check this out. Let me show it to you. I haven't even taken it out of the box. I have not dipped in it. I have not tried it. This is what it looks like. Like I said, I have not cheated. I have not taken it out of the box. And this pretty hot pink container. It looks like it's got a, touch it right there, it's supposed to cover everything. So we're going to check this out. I believe there's a sponge, and what I like about it, there is this little plastic that you can just pop down to keep it from drying out. And there's supposed to be no, there's no sponge in it, but I did get the one, and I did get the light medium. And it did come with the brush. I chose it with the brush. I'm going to like this brush, but we're going to give it a try. I may put it down, go to one of my other brushes. But the brush that it comes with, as you can see, it's a flat, put this up here where you can see, it's flat on one side, and it reminds me so much of the 101 by BK Beauty that I have. Do you see that? I'm going to turn them from side to side so you can see the difference. Do you see that slope that it's got? The BK Beauty is a bit more softer, and this is more dense. So I don't know how that's going to work, but like I said, I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a try, and we're going to see how that works. And then I ordered the TCE foundation concealer. The concealer, the TCE, which is supposed to be, it covers everything. It covers everything is what that stands for. And I ordered the light. And again, haven't tried it, just opened it. We'll show that when I get to the concealer part, but it has quite a large doe foot. I hope this is going to work for me. I don't know, but here we go. My brows, and I've already done a little bit to my eyes to save time. Already cleaned, primed, and moisturized, concealed everything on my face, the vitamin C, all that I normally do. And I have also put on my primer, and today I'm using the Benefit Professional in the Aqua the Professional. That's the primer that I am using today. So, let's get going with this. I normally put a little bit of concealer on these capillaries, but today I'm not going to do that. So we're going to see what happens. Now I'm covering some boo-boos. I'm still doctoring some boo-boos that I had from a dermatologist. No, I did not have anything done to my face. When I say I've been to the dermatologist several times, I don't want you to think I'm having something done to my face. God knows I need it, but nothing's being done to my face except I have a lot of sun damage. Being fair, Irish, and years of being in the sun, trying to protect myself, but yet you still get it. You still get it. And I have several here that are already healed. I had one on my lip, which is doing good. There's a little, I think there's going to be a little scar there, but that's okay. But he had to do 2 on this side in the hair. And this one over here, you can see that one is still healing. It scabbed up once and it came off, and I'm putting stuff on it. So that's what that is. I'm also got this big area here that he sliced a chunk off. And then he said, oh, I think we're going to have to go a little deeper. And he did. He went a little deeper. Well, this is over 3 weeks here, and it's still not healed. It takes me forever to heal. So anyway, you don't want to hear all my medical stuff, do you? Really? Do you really? No, you don't. So let's go with this foundation. Like I said, I have already done my brows, put a little bit of something on my eyes, so I'm excited to get into this foundation, and let's see what happens. Now, I'm going to try this brush. I think it's going to pick up more product than I really want it to. Anything, I'm just going to pounce it right on this face. And let's see. Well, it covers. But you know, I don't know that I'm crazy about this brush. I'm just not crazy about the brush, ladies. I'm not. I can't. It's just not working for me. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not supposed to, but I am. I'm going to use my Holy Grail It Cosmetics double-ended $50 brush. I'm going to see how this does. And if that don't work, I'm going to go to the BK Beauty. Let me turn this and see. It feels good. It dries. It's supposed to dry down really good and not be tacky. And I know I'm putting on way too much. I can feel it. But you know, I have a lot to cover. But it doesn't feel like some of those heavy pancake makeups I've tried in the past. Years ago, you know, there was Derma Blend and all that heavy stuff that, you know, was real. It doesn't feel like that. It really feels good. I ordered this off of HSN. As you well know, If you've been with me a while, you know I order a lot from HSN and QVC. I'm not dipping back. What I'm doing is I'm pouncing my brush. So I'm not putting my brush back in there. If you see me going back like that, I'm not. I'm pouncing on the back of my hand. I'm pouncing my brush to, you know what I'm doing. I'm pouncing. I'm not dipping back in this container, so I didn't want you to think I was doing that. It feels good and it doesn't feel tacky. It dries down. It's already dry. And you know, I don't even know if I'm going to need a powder over this because it dries down so well. But if I do, I have an It Cosmetics translucent no talc powder right here if I need to put a little powder over it. But you know, I don't think I'm going to need. Let's get on some contour. Use the NYX double-ended, and I use the light. Dark on one end or medium, and light on the end, other end for my nose. So let's get some contour here going. And I'm going all the way up to my brows, all the way down. I look like a little cat, don't I? And I'll come back and do the light when I start that. I talk to myself. I do that when I do my makeup, so I'm talking to you guys today, right? I just wash brushes and they're everywhere. Everywhere. Just whatever's clean here. And I'm brushing up. I intended to put a hairband on. I have it right over here, but it's still there. My hair can't do much to hurt it, so. And to get in here around my nose. And as I told you, I go all the way up into the brow. At the end of the brow, you know. Do you ever talk to yourself when you do your makeup? I do all the time. And I tell myself it's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal to do that, right? You need too much blush, have too much blush. Do I have enough blush? I do it all the time. And I suppose a lot of you do it too. You won't admit it, but you do it, right? Okay, I'm going to put a little bit down my nose of the light shade. And I picked two colors here. And I picked two colors of L'Oreal. I've got number 254 and 417 in L'Oreal. Those are the colors I'm going to use. think we're going to start with blush. I'm not going to do a bronzer today. I just don't feel like a bronzer today. I'm going to start with blush. And today I'm going to be using the NARS. And the shade is Orgasm X. I wish NARS would, men name these blushes. I mean, yeah, they've got to. They've got to name these blushes. And I'm going to use my rougher blush brush number 5 to apply this. Isn't that a pretty color? I'm going to go with corals today. It's still summer. I got to go with my corals. I'm going to dip that right in there. This is a very concentrated blush, so I'm going to work it off the back of my hand and not get too much because this is really, really concentrated. Highly pigmented, in other words. I love the blush. I love the texture. The formula is wonderful. It really is, and it lasts forever. I'm telling you. If you buy one of these, be prepared to have it the rest of your life. I mean, really, it does last a long, long time. Any blush does, but NARS, I'm working out of 2 mirrors. I have to, and I still can't see. My close-up vision is gone. Can't wear contacts, so, you know, I do the best I can. I have a little bit of eyes on today, and I'm going to finish the bottom part when I get finished. When I do the concealer, I'm going to finish the bottom. So don't think my eyes are finished. I haven't done anything to the bottom yet. I do have a little bit of shadow on and have my eyelashes on. Mascara on. So, yeah. I think I'll stop right there, and if I need to add more, once I get my lipstick on, I can. See the back of my hand? That's how I work. That's my palette right there. Stick. And like I said, I'm going to go with 2. I'm going to go with Everbloom number 254. Isn't that gorgeous shade? Liner, I'm going to go with L'Oreal Coral. Good old L'Oreal Coral. Flip this mirror again. If you hear that clicking, that's my light, my mirror over here. I've used this pencil a lot lately, so I think it's probably going to be time for a new one pretty soon. And again, this is Everbloom L'Oreal 254. Pretty color. I think I'm going to blot and reapply. Just get a better look if I do that. They're pretty bold, aren't they? Over that, I'm going to go with number 417 in Revlon, and it's called Peach Fuzz. Love this shade. This will tone down anything. Sometimes I just wear it alone. It's a gorgeous color. Especially in the center. I toned it down, and I really like these two colors together. That was 217 Peach Fuzz in L'Oreal. And I will list all of these in the description box, my friends, so you're not going to miss a thing. I think I'm going to add just a touch more blush, because I think I need it with this. I think I need it. Tapping on the back of my hand again. I have an entire artist palette on the back of my hand when I get through doing my makeup. I guess it's from years from working as an MUA. I just do that. Okay, I think that's enough of that, and I think I'm going to finish my eyes. So I am going to apply. I apologize for keep flipping this mirror, but I have to. I have this 10 times Elias mirror that magnetically sticks on. I have a 5 times, a 1X, and then it will stick to my 1X. So when I have to click this, and there's no way to stop it. I apologize. I really do. Okay. And the palette I'm going to be using today that I should have told you earlier that I have on my eyes already, keeping it very, very neutral, is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. That's what I have on my eyes today. And I only use 3 shades. I use this light shade all over my lid and up here, and then I use this brown, this neutral brown right here, and I dipped a tad bit in this bottom one right there. I went strictly with these 3 colors right here. Used a little bit of the darker shade right in here, and I might have to do just a tad more blending, especially on this side, because this eye is quite different than this one, as we all are, especially after my surgery. So this little flat Sigma brush, I'm going to tap into the darker color, and I'm going to put just a touch of shadow. But I think first, before I do that, I'm going to put a coat of mascara on there. Now, don't ask me why I do that first. I just can't see. My lashes are so light, I cannot see them. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Lash Extreme is the mascara that I'm using today. Can you see that? I took the e.l.f. Lash Extreme. This is a tubing mascara, and I absolutely love it. Had to get all new mascaras. So I'm going to stick a little bit of this on the bottom. I was kind of waiting and talking, waiting it to dry just a touch. See if I can do this without making a big problem here. My what brows I have are so light, it is impossible hardly to see them, even with any kind of magnification mirror. There's the right. I went ahead and put my bottom mascara on with the e.l.f. Lash Extreme. A little bit on the bottom lashes, and I'm going to use my Sigma E15 flat brush, and I'm going to apply just a touch of this shadow right here, that center shadow right there, along the lash line from maybe the middle out toward the outer edge, not going all the way in to close the eye up. And I can't see in this mirror over here. I have to use this 10 times, and so I have to turn my head this way to do it, and I apologize, but that's the only way I can do it. And I'm going to take what's left on the brush when I finish the other side, and then I will kind of gently put just a touch on there, whatever's left on the brush. In other words, I'm darkening it, make it darker as I go out this way to pull. I'm going to put just a touch in there so it don't just abruptly stop. This is the tiniest little flat brush from Sigma, this E15. It's a great brush to do what I'm doing if you don't want to use a liner. It just gives you that very fine line there. And I've noticed that I have just a touch more on the left one than I do here, so I need to put just a touch more over here. There. And share all of my brushes with you. Every one of them. I'm going to name every one and what they do, and then I'm going to show you the ones that I use the most, that I reach for the most, and those are my holy grail. 15, number 15 brush by Rougher. And I'm going to blend this just a touch. I was noticing in this mirror over here, needs just a little bit more on this side. And just blend that. And I kept my eyes very neutral today, just super, super neutral. I'm going to go over everything with maybe a little bit of highlight. How about a little bit of highlighter? I think I need that. Oh, and I didn't do concealer. Thank God you're out there to remind me, because I didn't even think to do concealer. Okay, let's get some concealer on. Now that we have those eyes on, I'm going to do some concealer. And let's go with our Doll 10 and see what happens. This is the Doll 10, as I showed you earlier, and I got it in Fair. Hope it's not too light. It has a large doe foot, So I'm going to put just a touch here. I don't want to overdo it and get it too light. Ooh. Oh, it's kind of on the yellow side. Well, this is an old brush. My brushes are everywhere. I wash brushes and they are drying everywhere. This is an old brush. Don't ask me what it is, but before I got my Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush, this is the brush that I've had, and this brush is it's a long handle brush, as you can see, and it's tapered. And this brush has got to be at least 20, 25 years old. Every bit of it. I don't even know the name of it, so don't ask me, but it's still going, and I'm still using it. That's creamy. I got just a tad much. Tell me I did. Yes, I did. Just a touch, just pat. I don't want to disturb anything I've got going on here, hopefully. I'm just going to pull that up. And if it's too yellow, too white, I can also go back and use some of my Catrice under eye brightener. It gives it a pink tone. It will take the white away. I might have to dip some of this off because I think I've got just a tad much. I hope you're doing great today. You know, I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go shopping one of these days when I can get my glasses figured out, where I can see what I'm looking for. All I have been able to think about, I haven't had time to look, think, or anything. I just, the eyes is on the only thing I've been able to think about lately. Okay, over this City Lips San Diego. We're mixing everything I know. I think, you know, that's going to go just a tad pink, though. And I want to stay with the coral, so I think I might use Anastasia Pink Ginger. I think that's what lip gloss I'm going to put over that, just a touch. And I don't need but just a touch either. With my, let's do a little bit of hot, let's do the Hourglass Ambient Light palette in number 1. And I just take my big brush and I just swipe right across. That's all I do, just swipe right across. That's all I do, and I'm going to put just a touch of Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I love this price point. Get it at Ulta, get it at Amazon. You cannot go wrong with this. It is about $5 or under. This bronze, this highlight, I mean, I tell you, this is fabulous, fabulous. I'm going to take my Sigma, I can't see the number on it, but it is a Sigma highlight brush. Put just a touch right across there and right across there. A little bit here on my nose. And the Cupid's bow. And why not right here? Why not? Why not? Okay, stay with me, friends. I'm going to do something with this hair and put on some jewelry, and I'll be right back. Stay with me now. This is the finished look with the new Doll 10 foundation. I'm glad I picked it up and tried it along with the Doll 10 concealer. I did not use the brush. I used another brush, and I just didn't like the brush. It was a little too dense for me. We all have our favorites, but I'm glad I tried the Doll 10. And I want to give you my feedback on it. You know, I didn't even use powder over this. I applied no powder over it. It dried down to where it was just very, very silky smooth. And I had my powder right here ready to go over it, but I did not use any. I applied my blush right over it, a powder blush. Everything just went good, and I'm really, really happy that I ordered it from HSN. So that's the finished look today, and I thank you so much for watching this Get Ready With Me. I know it gets a little lengthy, but when you apply all of the products, I already had my primer on, already had my eyes done, and I did use the Makeup by Mario palette that today, as I showed you. And I already had my eyes done. I used the Makeup by Mario palette today. Just kept it very neutral on the eyes, and I'll turn and let you see the eyes. Very neutral with a light color on the lid and just a very neutral transition there. And I do have on a little bit of the e.l.f. mascara, and I do have on my little half lashes. Those are my little half lashes that I applied there. Got them off of Amazon. Get an entire pack for, I don't know, $7, $8. There's quite a few in there. So I'll list everything in the description box, and I want to thank you so much for watching today. It means so much to me when you tune in every Thursday to see what I have to offer you. I'm still combating the eye issues, and I have close-up. I've got mirror here. I've got a mirror here, 10 times, 5 times 7. My close-up vision's gone. I can't wear contacts, so it is what it is. Thank you for being here, my friends. I love each and every one of you. I will have a video for you next Thursday, and I want to leave you with my favorite words. Go out and make today better than yesterday, but always remember that I love you. I'll see you next Thursday, my friends. Bye-bye.